Heart disease is the biggest killer in the world. It is primarily caused by high LDL levels, the bad type of cholesterol. High LDL cholesterol levels can place added strain on your heart and can ultimately lead to a heart attack. Aim to have a total cholesterol rating of around 150 milligrams per deciliter or lower. The U.S. average for total cholesterol is currently 200 milligrams per deciliter. The most significant source of LDL cholesterol is dietary cholesterol, with the most common types being trans fats, found in high amounts in processed foods, meat, and dairy products; saturated fats, high in almost all animal products but incredibly high in red meat and dairy products; and other animal products that are naturally high in cholesterol, such as eggs.
StoryShots is proud to bring you this free audiobook summary. Do you want to get access to more free audiobook summaries like this? Subscribe and click the bell button now to get notified each time we upload a new summary. You can also download our free app and enjoy thousands of other summaries of best-selling nonfiction books that are available in text, audio, and animated formats. StoryShots has been featured by Apple, Google, and The Guardian as one of the world's best reading and learning apps. Go to getstoryshots.com and download the app today. Happy learning.
StoryShots book summary and review of How Not to Die. Discover the foods scientifically proven to prevent and reverse disease by Michael Greger and Gene Stone.
Disclaimer: the content presented here is for entertainment purposes only. It is not a replacement for professional medical advice.
Introduction.
Do you want a long and healthy life? Making the right choices today can make a big difference in the years ahead. The vast majority of premature deaths can be prevented through simple changes in diet and lifestyle. How Not to Die examines the top causes of death in America. When it comes to tackling these key causes of death, nutritional and lifestyle interventions can sometimes trump prescription pills and other pharmaceutical and surgical approaches. Peer-reviewed academic studies support each of Dr. Greger's approaches. The overwhelming conclusion is that a whole food plant-based diet is the most effective treatment to prevent and cure America's biggest killers. You may be used to hearing that you should avoid eating certain foods. The common link between the most harmful foods is that they are animal products. Here you can find out why they are so damaging to your health. What you may not realize is that many foods are actively beneficial, and some can help prevent and even treat killer diseases. Learn what to eat and what to avoid to give yourself the best chance of a long life. Other lifestyle changes like regular exercise and stopping smoking can help you on your way.
About Dr. Michael Greger and Gene Stone.
Dr. Michael Greger is a physician specializing in clinical nutrition. He is also a New York Times best-selling author and an internationally recognized speaker on nutrition, food safety, and public health issues. Dr. Greger is a founding member and fellow of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. He is licensed as a general practitioner, specializing in clinical nutrition. He graduated from Cornell University School of Agriculture and Tufts University School of Medicine. In 2017, Dr. Greger was honored with the ACLM Lifestyle Medicine Trailblazer Award and became a diplomat of the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine. All proceeds he has ever received from his books, DVDs, and speaking engagements always have and will always be donated to charity. I opened my eyes to the depressing fact that there are other forces at work in medicine besides science. The U.S. healthcare system runs on a fee-for-service model in which doctors get paid for the pills and procedures they prescribe, rewarding quantity over quality. We don't get reimbursed for time spent counseling our patients about the benefits of healthy eating. If doctors were instead paid for performance, there would be a financial incentive to treat the lifestyle causes of disease. Until the model of reimbursement changes, I don't expect great changes in medical care or medical education. Dr. Michael Greger. Gene Stone is an American author who is best known for his book How Not to Die. Stone has also written several other books on health and wellness, including the Engine 2 diet, the secrets of people who never get sick, and the ultimate guide to plant-based nutrition. He has also co-authored several books with other authors, including The Cancer Survivor's Guide and The Survival Handbook. Stone has a background in journalism and has worked as a writer and editor for various publications.
Story shot number 1. There are 14 top killer diseases.
The primary reason diseases tend to run in families may be that diets tend to run in families. Dr. Michael Greger. How Not to Die tackles the leading causes of death in turn, starting with the worst offender. We learn the factors associated with each disease. We then learn how to reduce your chances of contracting and dying from each disease. According to the book, the 14 biggest killer diseases are 1. Heart disease. 2. Cancer. 3. Diabetes. 4. High blood pressure. 5. Obesity. 6. Kidney disease. 7. Stroke. 8. Liver disease. 9. Neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. 10. Lung diseases such as COPD and lung cancer. 11. Digestive diseases such as inflammatory bowel disease and colon cancer. 12. Osteoporosis. 13. Infectious diseases such as AIDS and pneumonia. 14. Mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety. These diseases are responsible for the majority of deaths worldwide. They can often be prevented or reversed through lifestyle changes. This includes following a healthy diet and exercising regularly.
Story shot number 2. Prevent heart disease.
Heart disease is the biggest killer in the world. It is primarily caused by high LDL levels, the bad type of cholesterol. High LDL cholesterol levels can place added strain on your heart and can ultimately lead to a heart attack. Aim to have a total cholesterol rating of around 150 milligrams per deciliter or lower. The U.S. average for total cholesterol is currently 200 milligrams per deciliter. The most significant source of LDL cholesterol is dietary cholesterol, with the most common types being trans fats, found in high amounts in processed foods, meat, and dairy products; saturated fats, high in almost all animal products but incredibly high in red meat and dairy products; and other animal products that are naturally high in cholesterol, such as eggs. The primary treatment for heart disease is prescribed statins. However, statins have several side effects. For example, they have been associated with liver damage, muscle damage, and memory loss. Animal products are often particularly high in cholesterol, but there are other reasons animal products are associated with artery inflammation. For example, meats are filled with endotoxins. These are bacteria that require sufficient temperatures to be killed. Otherwise, the blood absorbs them. High levels of these endotoxins in your blood lead to artery inflammation and more significant strain on your heart. Decades of research have suggested that meat and dairy are the biggest drivers of heart disease. However, their lobbies are strong, which means that U.S. presidents are scared to change the national dietary guidelines. An example of the negative impact of the Western diet on heart disease can be seen in rural China and Africa. These societies lived without high levels of meat or dairy for centuries. They had very little heart disease. But since the introduction of the Western diet into their societies, heart disease levels have shot up. Dr. Greger's tips for avoiding heart disease are as follows. 1. Avoid omega-3 fish oil supplements. A famous DART study suggested that fish oil reduced mortality by 29%, but on follow-up, those who had taken fish oil had a higher rate of mortality. 2. Eat Brazil nuts. Just 4 Brazil nuts a month can lower cholesterol levels. However, do not eat too much, as they are high in selenium. 3. Eat lots of kale. Kale has been found to reduce LDL cholesterol levels and enhance good HDL cholesterol levels. 4. Avoid all animal products. Animal products are the greatest contributor to our biggest killer.
Story shot number 3. Prevent lung diseases.
It has been clear for decades that smoking is the primary contributor to lung diseases. The American Lung Association suggests that smoking tobacco causes 90% of lung cancer deaths. Plus, smoking increases your chance of catching cancer by 10 to 20 times. Even secondhand smoking can increase your cancer risk by 20 to 30%. As well as avoiding smoking, you can make some dietary choices to avoid some lung diseases. For example, a plant-based diet can help with the prevention and cure of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and asthma. Additionally, broccoli has been found to reduce the harmful effect of DNA mutations in smokers. So, if you are struggling to give up smoking, broccoli could slightly reduce the impact of cigarettes.
Story shot number 4. Prevent brain diseases, stroke and Alzheimer's.
Stroke. Strokes are associated with high blood pressure. One of the best preventive enzymes against strokes is sirtuin. However, sirtuin is suppressed by advanced glycation end products, AGE. Dairy and meat products have the highest levels of AGE among all foods. To reduce your risk of stroke. 1. Make sure you are sleeping well. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is the optimal amount to avoid stroke. Sleeping too little or too much has been associated with increased stroke risk. 2. Fiber-rich foods decrease your stroke risk. For every 7 grams of fiber you eat, your risk of stroke is reduced by 7%. 3. Eat your greens, beans, and sweet potatoes. Potassium is effective in cutting stroke risk. Greens, beans, and sweet potatoes are all particularly high in potassium. Research has suggested that 1,640 milligrams of potassium per day can reduce stroke risk by 21%. 4. Citrus fruits can reduce blood pressure. Citrus fruits contain high levels of hesperidin, which has been shown to reduce blood pressure and increase blood flow. Hesperidin can help you feel warmer during a cold winter because of the increased blood flow. Alzheimer's. Excess cholesterol in the blood can lead to excess cholesterol in the brain, which may then help trigger the clumping of amyloid seen in Alzheimer's brains. Under an electron microscope, we can see the clustering of amyloid fibers on and around tiny crystals of cholesterol. Dr. Michael Greger. Alzheimer's disease is caused by plaque deposition in the vessels supplying vessels to the brain. A defective version of the gene EPOA4 can increase your chances of getting Alzheimer's disease. However, although Nigerians are the most susceptible to having this defective gene, they have one of the lowest rates of Alzheimer's disease. Dr. Greger attributes this to significantly lower levels of animal fat in their diet. To reduce your chances of getting Alzheimer's disease. 1. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise can improve your cognitive abilities if you have already been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. 2. Eat saffron. Research suggests that saffron, the spice, is as effective as the leading medication for Alzheimer's disease, Donepezil. However, Donepezil is not very effective. 3. Incorporate more cranberries, blueberries, strawberries, and grape juice into your diet. These foods contain polyphenols, which can reduce cognitive decline in the elderly.
Story shot number 5. Prevent digestive cancers.
This is the end of part 1 and the free shot of this book. Thanks for listening. Get the full text and audiobook version on the StoryShots app. Which one of these key insights would you put into practice? Let us know by sending us a tweet to StoryShots. To dive into the details, order the full audiobook for free using the link in the description or the app. Did you like the lessons you learned here? Share to show you care or let us know by contacting our support@getstoryshots.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Did you like this audiobook summary? Click the like button now to support our channel. If you don't want to miss out on new free audiobook summaries, subscribe and click the bell button. You can also download our free app and enjoy thousands of other summaries of best-selling nonfiction books that are available in text, audio, and animated formats. StoryShots has been featured by Apple, Google, and The Guardian as one of the world's best reading and learning apps. Go to getstoryshots.com and download the app today.